Question 1. Warning. This question is harder than it sounds. In a dual air brake system, what pressure should the air compressor build up to in both systems before you start driving? Option A. A minimum of 55 psi. Option B. A minimum of 100 psi. Option C. A minimum of 125 psi. The correct answer is B. A minimum of 100 psi. Prior to moving a heavy-duty vehicle, you must wait for the compressor to establish at least 100 psi in both the primary and secondary air systems. Question 2. About how long does brake lag typically delay the application of air brakes after the pedal is pushed? Option A. 1/2 second or more. Option B. 2 full seconds. Option C. 1/10 of a second. The correct answer is A. 1/2 second or more. Pushing the treadle valve initiates a mechanical delay, taking 1/2 second or more for the air to flow through the lines to the foundation brakes. Question 3. Careful now. This one is meant to trip you up. If you increase application pressure to hold the same speed, what is likely happening? Option A. Your air compressor is failing. Option B. Your brakes are fading. Option C. Your ABS is engaging. The correct answer is B. Your brakes are fading. Noticing that you must push the pedal harder just to maintain your downhill speed is a clear sign that your brakes are fading. Question 4. If your truck has ABS equipped on only one axle, does it still provide a safety benefit? Option A. No, ABS must be on all axles to work. Option B. Yes, it still gives you more control over the vehicle during braking. Option C. Only if it is installed on the steer axle. The correct answer is B. Yes, it still gives you more control over the vehicle during braking. Driving a mixed combination where only the tractor has anti-lock capabilities still gives you more control over the vehicle during braking than having no ABS at all. Question 5. What does it mean if an air brake system has a single gauge with 2 needles? Option A. 1 needle is for the trailer, 1 is for the tractor. Option B. It indicates a dual air brake system, showing pressure for both halves. Option C. It shows both application pressure and supply pressure. The correct answer is B. It indicates a dual air brake system, showing pressure for both halves. Glancing at the dashboard of a heavy-duty truck, a single gauge featuring 2 needles tells you the pressure in both the primary and secondary circuits of a dual air system. Question 6. At what pressure is the safety relief valve usually set to open? Option A. 100 psi. Option B. 125 psi. Option C. 150 psi. The correct answer is C. 150 psi. To protect the tanks and the rest of the system from excessive pressure, the safety valve installed in the first tank is typically set to open at 150 psi. Question 7. Why were front brake limiting valves installed on pre-1975 commercial vehicles? Option A. To reduce the chance of the front wheels skidding on slippery surfaces. Option B. To increase the longevity of the front brake pads. Option C. To provide extra air to the rear spring brakes. The correct answer is A. To reduce the chance of the front wheels skidding on slippery surfaces. Driving an older truck in the rain might prompt the use of a limiting valve, which was originally intended to reduce the chance of front wheel skids on slick roads. Question 8. When do automatic slack adjusters normally perform their self-adjustment? Option A. During full brake applications. Option B. When the parking brakes are engaged. Option C. When the air compressor cuts out. The correct answer is A. During full brake applications. Maintaining proper brake stroke in a modern truck relies on the automatic adjusters, which adjust themselves during full brake applications. Question 9. At what pressure should the tractor protection valve close, pop out, during the spring brake test? Option A. 10 to 15 psi. Option B. 20 to 45 psi. Option C. 55 to 60 psi. The correct answer is B. 20 to 45 psi. Fanning the brakes down to test the emergency system will cause the tractor protection valve and parking brake valve to pop out between 20 and 45 psi. Question 10. What happens if the safety valve releases air? Option A. Something is wrong and a mechanic must fix the fault. Option B. The system has successfully purged excess water. Option C. The governor has reached the cut-in pressure. The correct answer is A. Something is wrong and a mechanic must fix the fault. Hearing air release from the safety valve, which is usually set at 150 psi, signifies something is wrong with the system and requires a mechanic's attention. Question 11. Listen carefully. This is an advanced level question. If one air system in a dual air brake setup is very low on pressure, what is the immediate operational result? Option A. The air compressor will overheat. Option B. Either the front or rear brakes will not be operating fully. Option C. The trailer brakes will automatically lock. The correct answer is B. Either the front or rear brakes will not be operating fully. Driving with a depleted primary circuit means either the front or the rear brakes will not operate fully, meaning it will take you longer to stop. Question 12. Beware of the hidden trick in this next question. Why can lightly loaded vehicles skid out of control when the spring brakes come on? Option A. The brake pads are brand new. Option B. The spring brakes do not work on all axles. Option C. They lack the weight to maintain traction during sudden mechanical braking. The correct answer is C. They lack the weight to maintain traction during sudden mechanical braking. Experiencing a total air loss in an empty trailer is highly dangerous because the sudden application of spring brakes can easily cause a skid due to lack of traction. Question 13. When testing the air compressor governor cutout pressure, what exactly will the air gauge needles do when cutout is reached? Option A. They will drop rapidly to zero. Option B. They will stop rising. Option C. They will fluctuate between 100 and 125 psi. The correct answer is B. They will stop rising. Revving the engine to build pressure during an inspection requires watching the gauges. When the governor cuts out, the air pressure shown will simply stop rising. Question 14. Watch your step. They are trying to fool you here. During the static air leakage test, engine off, what must be done with the parking brakes? Option A. They must be fully applied. Option B. They must be released, pushed in. Option C. They must be set to the modulating position. The correct answer is B. They must be released, pushed in. Timing the initial pressure drop requires the system to be open, meaning you must release the parking brakes by pushing the control knob in. Question 15. Be careful here. This is a very challenging question. How many sets of brake controls does a driver use to operate a dual air brake system? Option A. A single set of brake controls. Option B. 2 separate foot pedals. Option C. 1 for the tractor and a hand valve for the trailer. The correct answer is A. A single set of brake controls. Sitting in the driver's seat of a modern truck, you operate the entirely separated primary and secondary air systems using just a single set of brake controls. Question 16. Careful driver. This is a classic trap. An air brake system is actually composed of how many distinct braking systems? Option A. 3. Option B. 2. Option C. 4. The correct answer is A. 3. Learning the mechanics of your rig involves recognizing that air brakes are really 3 different systems: the service brake, parking brake, and emergency brake. Question 17. Listen closely. This is a tough one. Why do brakes on a heavy vehicle tend to get out of adjustment so quickly? Option A. Because of continuous ABS pulsing. Option B. Because the air compressor vibrates the slack adjusters. Option C. Especially when they are hot. The correct answer is C. Especially when they are hot. Checking pushrod travel frequently is crucial because heavy use causes expansion, and brakes can get out of adjustment very quickly, especially when hot. Question 18. What must you do before starting down a hill to ensure safe braking? Option A. Turn off the engine brake. Option B. Be in the proper low gear. Option C. Pump the brakes to build maximum pressure. The correct answer is B. Be in the proper low gear. Cresting a steep grade requires you to supplement engine braking, meaning you must be in the proper low gear before starting the descent. Question 19. Why must emergency and parking brakes be held on by mechanical force rather than air pressure? Option A. Because air pressure can eventually leak away. Option B. Because air lines freeze when parked. Option C. Because mechanical springs are lighter. The correct answer is A. Because air pressure can eventually leak away. Securing your parked truck overnight relies on powerful springs because air pressure can eventually leak away, making pneumatic holds unsafe for parking. Question 20. How do you test the service brakes? Option A. Pull the parking brake while moving forward. Option B. Fan the brakes until the wig-wag drops. Option C. Move forward slowly, about 5 miles per hour, and apply the brakes firmly using the brake pedal. The correct answer is C. Move forward slowly, about 5 miles per hour, and apply the brakes firmly using the brake pedal. Checking for a vehicle pull or delayed stopping requires moving forward at about 5 mph and firmly stepping on the brake pedal. Question 21. What pumps air into the air storage tanks? Option A. Air compressor. Option B. Governor. Option C. Safety valve. The correct answer is A. Air compressor. During daily operation, the air compressor is responsible for pumping air into the storage reservoirs to ensure the brakes function. It connects to the engine via gears or a V-belt. Question 22. What is the typical cut-in pressure for the air compressor governor? Option A. Around 100 psi. Option B. Around 85 psi. Option C. Around 125 psi. The correct answer is A. Around 100 psi. Monitoring the dashboard gauges will show the governor allowing the compressor to start pumping again when the tank pressure falls to the cut-in level of around 100 psi. Question 23. What does a supply pressure gauge specifically tell the driver? Option A. The current temperature of the brake drums. Option B. How much pressure is in the air tanks? Option C. The exact pressure being applied to the brake chambers. The correct answer is B. How much pressure is in the air tanks? Monitoring your dash instruments during operation includes checking the supply gauges to see exactly how much pressure is stored in the air tanks. Question 24. This question is designed to confuse you. Stay sharp. If you brake hard on a slippery surface in a vehicle without ABS and your non-steering wheels lock up, what is a likely outcome? Option A. You will stop in a perfectly straight line. Option B. You may skid, jackknife, or even spin the vehicle. Option C. The steering wheel will violently pull to the right. The correct answer is B. You may skid, jackknife, or even spin the vehicle. Losing traction on the rear axles without ABS during a panic stop can easily cause the vehicle to skid, jackknife, or spin completely out of control. Question 25. Which type of foundation brake mechanism uses a push rod to move a slack adjuster that twists a camshaft? Option A. The S-cam drum brake. Option B. The wedge brake. Option C. The power screw disc brake. The correct answer is A. The S-cam drum brake. Operating the most common braking system on the road involves air pressure moving a slack adjuster to twist a camshaft inside an S-cam drum brake. That's the end of this practice test. Did you answer at least 80% of the questions correctly to pass? Let's move on to the next one. Question 26. What does the application pressure gauge show you? Option A. The pressure inside the primary air tank. Option B. How much air pressure you are applying to the brakes. Option C. The current pressure at the governor. The correct answer is B. How much air pressure you are applying to the brakes. While descending a grade, observing the application pressure gauge tells you exactly how much air pressure you are actively applying to the brakes. Question 27. Don't get caught by this trick question. During the proper braking technique on a downgrade, what should you do after applying the brakes to reach 5 miles per hour below your safe speed? Option A. Hold the pedal at that pressure. Option B. Downshift immediately. Option C. Release the brakes. The correct answer is C. Release the brakes. Descending a mountain safely requires applying the brakes until you are 5 miles per hour below your safe speed, and then you must release the brakes completely. Question 28. Pay close attention to the details on this next one. What is the consequence of driving with spring brakes that are not adjusted properly? Option A. Neither the regular brakes nor the emergency/parking brakes will work right. Option B. Only the regular service brakes will be affected. Option C. The air compressor will run continuously. The correct answer is A. Neither the regular brakes nor the emergency/parking brakes will work right. Failing to maintain brake adjustment means that in an emergency, neither your regular brakes nor your powerful spring brakes will work right to stop the vehicle. Question 29. Watch out! This is a known trap question. What causes the brake shoes to move farther to contact the drums during brake fade? Option A. The slack adjusters loosening. Option B. The return spring braking. Option C. Expansion of the brake drums. The correct answer is C. Expansion of the brake drums. Riding the brakes excessively causes them to overheat, leading to the expansion of the brake drums, which forces the shoes to travel farther to make contact. Question 30. Listen closely. This is a tough one. Are disc brakes more common than S-cam brakes on commercial air-braked vehicles? Option A. Yes, they are the industry standard. Option B. No, they are less common. Option C. They are equally common on modern trucks. The correct answer is B. No, they are less common. Looking at the wheel assemblies of most commercial fleets, you will find that wedge and disc brakes are less common than traditional S-cam brakes. Question 31. Watch out! This is a known trap question. What primarily determines the amount of heat a brake drum can take without sustaining damage? Option A. The brand of brake fluid used. Option B. How hard and how long the brakes are used. Option C. The ambient outside temperature. The correct answer is B. How hard and how long the brakes are used. Descending a mountain pass tests your equipment, as the heat a drum can take without damage depends entirely on how hard and how long the brakes are used. Question 32. Why were front brake limiting valves installed on pre-1975 commercial vehicles? Option A. To reduce the chance of the front wheels skidding on slippery surfaces. Option B. To increase the longevity of the front brake pads. Option C. To provide extra air to the rear spring brakes. The correct answer is A. To reduce the chance of the front wheels skidding on slippery surfaces. Driving an older truck in the rain might prompt the use of a limiting valve, which was originally intended to reduce the chance of front wheel skids on slick roads. Question 33. Focus up. This is a complex scenario. At 55 miles per hour under good conditions, what is the approximate total stopping distance for an average driver in an air-brake vehicle? Option A. Over 450 feet. Option B. Around 300 feet. Option C. Exactly 216 feet. The correct answer is A. Over 450 feet. Cruising at highway speeds of 55 miles per hour means you must account for perception, reaction, brake lag, and braking distance, making the total stopping distance over 450 feet. Question 34. Don't get caught by this trick question. If you increase application pressure to hold the same speed, what is likely happening? Option A. Your air compressor is failing. Option B. Your brakes are fading. Option C. Your ABS is engaging. The correct answer is B. Your brakes are fading. Noticing that you must push the pedal harder just to maintain your downhill speed is a clear sign that your brakes are fading. Question 35. Heads up. This next one is highly challenging. Before performing the applied leakage rate test, 4 psi/1 minute, what is the correct state of the combination vehicle's controls? Option A. Engine running, brakes released, trailer hand valve applied. Option B. Engine off, parking brakes released, foot brake fully applied. Option C. Engine off, parking brakes set, foot brake released. The correct answer is B. Engine off, parking brakes released, foot brake fully applied. Checking a tractor-trailer for air leaks requires you to shut off the engine, release the parking brakes, and hold the foot brake fully applied for 1 minute. Question 36. What happens if the safety valve releases air? Option A. Something is wrong and a mechanic must fix the fault. Option B. The system has successfully purged excess water. Option C. The governor has reached the cut in pressure. The correct answer is A. Something is wrong and a mechanic must fix the fault. Hearing air release from the safety valve, which is usually set at 150 psi, signifies something is wrong with the system and requires a mechanic's attention. Question 37. At what pressure will the air compressor governor typically stop pumping air? Option A. 100 psi. Option B. 150 psi. Option C. Around 125 psi. The correct answer is C. Around 125 psi. When monitoring your dash gauges, you will notice the governor stops the compressor from pumping when the tank pressure reaches the cut-out level of around 125 psi. Question 38. When testing the air compressor governor cutout pressure, what exactly will the air gauge needles do when cutout is reached? Option A. They will drop rapidly to 0. Option B. They will stop rising. Option C. They will fluctuate between 100 and 125 psi. The correct answer is B. They will stop rising. Revving the engine to build pressure during an inspection requires watching the gauges. When the governor cuts out, the air pressure shown will simply stop rising. Question 39. Warning. This question is harder than it sounds. How much will the air brake lag distance add to the total stopping distance at 55 mph on dry pavement? Option A. About 15 feet. Option B. About 32 feet. Option C. About 61 feet. The correct answer is B. About 32 feet. Cruising at highway speeds of 55 miles per hour on dry pavement, the time it takes for air to flow through the lines adds approximately 32 feet to your stopping distance. Question 40. When do automatic slack adjusters normally perform their self-adjustment? Option A. During full brake applications. Option B. When the parking brakes are engaged. Option C. When the air compressor cuts out. The correct answer is A. During full brake applications. Maintaining proper brake stroke in a modern truck relies on the automatic adjusters, which adjust themselves during full brake applications. Question 41. What is the function of the stop light switch in an air brake system? Option A. To turn on the brake lights when you put on the air brakes. Option B. To switch off the engine brake when stopping. Option C. To alert the driver of an ABS failure. The correct answer is A. To turn on the brake lights when you put on the air brakes. Warning drivers behind you requires an electric switch operated by air pressure that turns on the brake lights when the air brakes are applied. Question 42. What should you check if the air compressor is belt-driven? Option A. The condition and tightness of the belt. Option B. The internal fluid level of the compressor. Option C. The electrical connections to the battery. The correct answer is A. The condition and tightness of the belt. Inspecting the engine compartment requires checking the condition and tightness of the drive belt if the air compressor is belt-driven. Question 43. When parking, when should you not use the parking brakes? Option A. If you are only parking for a short time. Option B. If the brakes are very hot or if they are very wet in freezing temperatures. Option C. If the vehicle is parked on a steep incline. The correct answer is B. If the brakes are very hot or if they are very wet in freezing temperatures. Securing your vehicle after a steep mountain descent requires wheel chocks instead of the parking brake, as setting very hot brakes can cause severe heat damage. Question 44. Heads up. This is one of the hardest questions on the test. At what pressure will the wigwag automatic type rise out of your view? Option A. When pressure goes above 55 psi. Option B. When pressure reaches 125 psi. Option C. When pressure drops below 55 psi. The correct answer is A. When pressure goes above 55 psi. Building system air will cause an automatic wigwag to retract and rise out of your view once the pressure safely exceeds 55 psi. Question 45. Stay sharp. You'll need to think about this one. What could a delayed stopping action or unusual field during the 5 miles per hour service brake test indicate? Option A. Normal brake lag. Option B. Problems you otherwise wouldn't know about until you needed the brakes on the road. Option C. The ABS system performing a self-check. The correct answer is B. Problems you otherwise wouldn't know about until you needed the brakes on the road. Moving forward at 5 miles per hour and applying the pedal firmly might reveal a pull to one side or delayed stopping, indicating hidden problems you must fix before hitting the road. Question 46. What is the root cause of brake fade on a long downgrade? Option A. Using the brakes too much and not relying on the engine braking effect. Option B. Failing to drain the air tanks daily. Option C. Engaging the ABS system constantly. The correct answer is A. Using the brakes too much and not relying on the engine braking effect. Losing stopping power in the mountains is almost always caused by excessive heat from using the service brakes too much instead of relying on the engine. Question 47. Pay attention. Many drivers miss this question. In a heavy-duty disc brake system, what clamps the disc or rotor between the brake lining pads? Option A. A wedge mechanism. Option B. A power screw. Option C. An S-cam twisting mechanism. The correct answer is B. A power screw. Servicing air-operated disc brakes reveals that the pressure on the slack adjuster turns a power screw, which clamps the rotor similar to a large C-clamp. Question 48. How do you put on the parking brakes in newer vehicles with air brakes? Option A. Pushing in a yellow, diamond-shaped knob. Option B. Pulling out a yellow, diamond-shaped knob. Option C. Flipping a lever marked slippery. The correct answer is B. Pulling out a yellow, diamond-shaped knob. Securing your rig at a truck stop involves pulling the diamond-shaped, yellow, push-pull control knob out to apply the spring brakes. Question 49. Stay sharp. You'll need to think about this one. Why is manual adjustment of an automatic slack adjuster generally dangerous? Option A. It may give the driver a false sense of security regarding braking effectiveness. Option B. It causes the brake chamber to overpressurize. Option C. It automatically disconnects the ABS sensors. The correct answer is A. It may give the driver a false sense of security regarding braking effectiveness. Using a wrench to tighten an out-of-spec automatic adjuster is dangerous because it generally masks a mechanical problem and gives the driver a false sense of security. Question 50. Watch out for the tricky wording, it's a trap. In a standard dual-air brake system, what do both the primary and secondary circuits supply air to? Option A. The front steer axle. Option B. The tractor protection valve exclusively. Option C. The trailer, if there is one. The correct answer is C. The trailer, if there is one. Hooking up to a load means both the primary and secondary systems of your tractor will supply air to the attached trailer. Thanks for watching. Good luck on your CDL exam.